everyone, I'm Yuriko from Abel and Cole, and I'm going to be making cheese chive with a hint of mustard biscuits. To make your cheese and chive biscuits you need, of course, cheese and chives. You've got 15 grams of fresh and chopped up chives, a very generous 150 grams of mature Abel and Cole cheddar, more butter, more better, 200 grams, and you want to make sure this is quite warm because you're going to be mixing it around with the mustard very soon. 300 grams of plain flour, and I've got 2 teaspoons of mustard here, and you can have more or less, it's up to you how hot you want them. You are going to start off with your butter and your mustard. Now it's really important that your butter is quite warm, it's going to be smushed around, so you need to leave it at room temperature. And just chuck in your mustard as well. And you're just going to mix it all together so you get a very mustardy, smooth, creamy mixture of butter. So once you have a very eggy arm, your butter should look like this and smell super strong. And then you're going to put in everything else. So you pop in the 300 grams of flour, give it a mix. Then we pop in pretty much everything else. All that delicious cheese, my favourite, and the chives. And you give it a good stir. And if you really want to get your mixture nice and even with the butter and the cheese and the chives evenly distributed, I would use your hands. The mixture should be all together, and it should look like this. Really easy to mould around, quite sticky, with lots of chives spread all over. So we're sprinkling of flour on your rolling pin, just like this. You're going to roll out your dough, and you want it to be about 1 centimetre thick. We've used plain flour, so these are biscuits, they won't rise. And if you get anything like that that's stuck to your rolling pin, just add a little more flour. And we are going to cut out the biscuits, so it doesn't need to be neat, it doesn't need to be a perfect circle or square. So just move your cutter around the dough, give it a twist. Lift your cut out circle biscuits just under 1 centimetre thick and place them on your grease-proof paper lined tray. So your oven should be preheated at 180 degrees. You're going to put these in for 20 minutes, but keep an eye on them. You want them to be a really goldeny, rich coloured brown, so just make sure that they don't burn. Check back in about 12 minutes and see how they're getting on. So here you go, fresh out the oven, my cheese and chive with a hint of mustard biscuits. I'm going to have them all to myself now, but if you want to make some at home, click here for the ingredients and the recipe, and click here to subscribe. Enjoy!